Good morning, guys. Last night it rained the whole night. We had thunder and lightning. Sleep? Zero. Cynthia's still sleeping. It's raining a bit, so we got our rain gear and we're gonna leave this forest. It was very cool to be back in the tent. So good to be back in camping mode.
Hitchhiking in Georgia is not as smooth as in Turkey. Our waiting time here is a bit longer. I think yesterday we've waited every time for about half an hour, but it's still alright actually. So we arrived in Tbilisi, the capital city of Georgia, and so far it has been a really cool experience. I'm not so much of a city person because I don't really like the noise and the busyness. I'm feeling a lot more at home in nature, but I do really like Tbilisi because it's quite a relaxed city. There's a lot of green spaces here and it's a nice mixture of old and new parts. It also has like this really cool cable car that takes you all the way up to the fortress, and out of there you have just an amazing view over the whole city.
This right here is our new flat. This is where we're staying in Tbilisi. $220 a month. We have electricity, internet, a fridge, a bed. We're comfortable, we have a garden, and even a pool. That's insane. This is where we live. I'm gonna show you guys the pool. We're about 30 minutes from the city center, so it's brilliant.
When we came to Tbilisi, we had the intention to rent a place here because we would like to earn some money for the next part of our journey when we're going through Central Asia. So we booked an Airbnb in the meantime while we were looking for another place. But after a few days we decided to stay here. It offers everything that we wanted, plus a few extras. So this is going to be our new home. We are also very lucky with our neighbors. One of them is Katya, a Russian woman, and she is teaching us Russian a few times a week. So we can practice our Russian, sometimes even here at nighttime when there are international guests and we sit around the table drinking wine and the famous Georgian cha-cha.
Drink. Ipi.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
What's that aftertaste?
Tbilisi is going to be our base for the next months. We're gonna live here, we're gonna explore the city, we're gonna explore the whole region. That's not for the moment. Today's vlog is going to be a bit different because Cynthia and I, we realized that we've been together on this trip for the last 2 years and we've never really shared with you guys before how we met. So that's what we're gonna do today. The story of how we met is actually pretty funny. 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years ago. 3 years ago I was hitched, no, 4 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, I was hitchhiking in the north of France and I was going towards Belgium. I got picked up by the partner of Cynthia's mom and he invited me to stay in their house in Belgium. So that's where I stayed for one night, and it's pretty funny because I met her mom before I actually met her. She gave me the phone and she said, "Here, talk with my daughter."
He actually slept in my bed without me. So back then I was working in a hotel in the French Alps, so it was really funny when my mom called and she was super excited. oh, we picked up this hitchhiker, Cynthia, and you should talk with him, and he's also been teaching and working around the world. So we briefly spoke and we searched for each other on Facebook, just, you know, to stalk one another and know where we've been before. We didn't really have much contact, just every once in a while we send each other an email of like, hey, where are you now? What are you up to? But that was it, no, for a whole year.
Cynthia had a boyfriend, I had a girlfriend, and both of our relationships
Didn't work out.
And I was back in France and I had this idea of traveling, filming, blogging, documenting my travels. So I wanted to go from Europe all the way to the tip of South Africa. And the first day I actually met Cynthia in person. I said, hey, do you want to come with me? We're gonna hitchhike all the way to South Africa. And she said, yeah, let's go.
I was up for that adventure. It was something I was dreaming of as well. So it was pretty amazing that we had the same goal and the same dream. So I thought like, hey, this is probably just meant to be, so let's do this.
And 2 years later, here we are. The plan changed a bit. Now it's not only the tip of Africa, we're gonna go from Ireland all the way to Alaska, overland, and not flying. Mm-hmm. For the next 5 years, minimum, maybe more.
At the pace we're going, it probably will be longer, but we've got the time.
Yeah.
And it's also nice to travel slowly because it really gives like the opportunity to really experience a country, not just visit the beautiful places, but really have a feel of what life is like and really get to know people, their backgrounds, the culture. I really like it actually.